Hello and welcome to the eProb 9. Today we have a kit. Oh, let's turn on the light thing as well, so we get light from this angle. eProb 9, and don't worry about voices in the background, that's just my partner on Discord, doing Discordy shenanigans. And we got this to put together. I have not put a kit together for a while. It is a calculator that does a few electronic things like calculates resistance values and inductance and whatnot. And, well, it's a kit. Kits are fun. So, we find a knife, which has moved from the knife pot again. Where has it moved to? Ah, there we go. It was stolen from the workbench. How dare you? How dare you steal the knife from the workbench? The punishment will have to be most severe. Right, that can go in the bin. Misses the bin because, of course, we have buttons, covers, buttons. Same type that actually go on the Sinclair MK14 reproduction thing. Clear things, instructions, a bag of what is probably components. No, it's the display, which is your bog standard 2-line Hitachi standard LCD. I guarantee it, I will lose bits as I spread them out on the workbench. The case. Ah, this is where the rest of the components are. They're all in the case. Oh, thank yous. Thank yous. Yeah, just find a somewhat flattish surface for it. That's not a bad idea. That's actually a pretty decent idea. Thinking of such, I've actually been using some of my programmable calculators to solve the problem of... It's actually a very nice injection molded case. I mean, yeah, it's plastic, but it's injection molded, and it's not 3D printed or something, so definitely high enough volume of these coming out of China to do this. The CPU is a... what have we got? It is a... I have never heard of this. It is a 15W413AS, or is it a 351-SKD IP28. Oh, that's just a chip. And what looks like a serial number under it. So yeah, some weird, no-name, unknown microcontroller I've never heard of. So that's fun. Here's a little sheet. Oh, nice. You even get a little schematic. Get how the buttons are supposed to be done. Oh, there he goes. Cut out the icon with the scissors and put in the stitch cap note. Read the instructions on the back in the stall first. Oh yeah, it lets you calculate the resistor you need for an LED. Oh, the fuck! Fuck's sake, you scared the shit out of me. I thought you got a bugger off downstairs, just like yeet the scissors straight in my face. Troll. I mean, it is your job to troll me. What have we got here? What's the step 1? Solder in the diodes and the resistors. You don't have to be quiet. Ceramic. 4. Somewhat wondering how necessary the instructions actually are. Position of notch. How many diodes do we have in the design? 2. We'll start by soldering in the diodes then. Cool. Component side. Itty bitty glass diodes. Yeah, it was actually Ash who sent a link over to this. Me was just like, ooh, that actually has useful calculation, useful functions, and it's a kit. And I haven't done a good kit for a while. I think last time I did the kit on YouTube was the Nixie clock that's now downstairs in the sitting room. It was in the workshop for a while, but it got moved down to the sitting room. I don't remember exactly why. It's got the usual tutorial on how you solder a circuit board together. I've done this enough times now, I should know how to do it. Practically sleepwalking. Oh, I apparently sleep talk as well. As discovered when it's what was the quote? let's look up the quote that I apparently said in bed when Ash got into bed with me at 6 in the morning. It was this is the first time I've ever been reported sleep talking in my entire life. And the quote of what I said at 6 o'clock in the morning was, I have to scroll up a bit. Where is it? Where is the quote? There we go, quote of the night. How did they make the Easter bunnies float? Asked 2 times after rolling over. So I put the question out there to you all. How did they make the Easter bunnies float? Because I'm being damn well sure as hell I don't know. Ugh, floating Easter bunnies. What was that thing? I don't know. Oh, dreams. They're just nonsensical nonsense. I love how very swiftly abandons the instructions, probably to regret it pretty quickly. Blub 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 blub. Blubbity blub 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 blub. Blah 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 blah. Where are they? There they are. They're under that pile. Don't tell my partner this, but the workbench probably needs a bit of a tidy up.
I heard that.
Fuck! Never mind. You're going to make me tidy up now, aren't you?
No comment.
Fuck. And not fuck as in the good way. Alright, there's actually only, how many resistors? 6 or something? Yeah. I'll pull out the resistors. They are these horrible blue ones that you can't actually read the markings on. So we're going to go on what they say for that. There's apparently one with double reds on it somewhere. That's 330k. The ones that look like they're all black are 1k. The ones that are very close to bands. Yeah. Basically, these should be the 10k. Okay, so let's actually measure them because it is a nightmare to tell the resistors apart otherwise. Let's put the multimeter in some position it's somewhat visible to the camera. Screw it, can just be like that. That should be 10k. Have the probes gone dodgy again? I think I need new probes for this multimeter. I have been using the same one since uni, which were cheapy bobs from Maplin's. Back when Maplin's was a thing, and well, they went bust. That's 10k. Oh, thank you, but I've got the got it now. 1k. Yep, and those will be the 330 ohms. Note to kit manufacturers, do not use the blue resistors because you can't bloody tell what they are by looking at them. Because all the colours look the goddamn same. I really wish I just printed the value on the resistors, but unfortunately they don't. So that's 2 10k, that's one 330, and that's a 1k and a 10k. I'm only using that once. Ah, that'll be for the brightness of the display, no doubt. Cool, so 10k, let's do the 10ks first. Either Hetty or the Madonna the RoboVac can get those. We'll try and align them all around the right way, but the blue makes it very difficult to tell what is the same way round. So 10k goes in there. No, I put the 10k in the 1k. That's very smart, Simon. Very smart. $10k, and the other 10k's go there. $10k ohms. You know what would be the best bit? If I was getting more and more drunk while doing this, because I remember doing it with the building that flashy Death Star thing that still works and is still plugged in downstairs most of the time. I think it's unplugged at the moment because the vacuum was run down there, and well, that needs to be run again because, well, the carpet looks absolutely terrible down there. It didn't take long to get terrible again. It really... That's the thing with housework. It's like you do it, you get the house looking nice, and about 10 minutes later, it's back to how it was. It's really annoying. All right, how many 1Ks do we need in this? It looks like the other ones are just spares, so that's interesting. So that's the one of the 1Ks. I'm going to put them back in the iFixit thing. And, you really can't tell what the main line is on this. So that's the 1K. Yeah, there's a lot of resistors in this. P1, what's it say for P1? There's all these things like, oh, do this, position of notch. And it's just like, yeah. Yeah. I'm totally reading all that. I'm more just glancing at it for just clarity bits when I need it, like the layout of the keys, that kind of jazz. Mounting a few resistors. Yeah. It's all marked on the board. It's actually quite a good kit. The instructions aren't bad. They're all in colour, which is nice. Yeah, it's quite irritating when you get them try and show the colour codes of the resistors while conveniently printing in black and white. And it's like, thanks! Someone didn't have any forethought when they printed this. Oh, here's a thing that you need the colour codes for. Let's print it in black and white. That's very smart. That's another thing I don't like about the colour codes. They don't really count for people who are colourblind. And there's actually quite a lot of people who are colourblind out there. Ableist motherfuckers. Come on, engineers are supposed to be smarter than that. This Heiko soldering iron is great. It was expensive, but I think I use it enough to justify it. I mean, I'm not soldering every day, but I'm definitely soldering regular enough. This is the bit where you ping them across the room and they stick in the carpet to find your feet later, pointy side up. Ash gets a bit tippy when I'm running the camera, but he's buggered off. I was hoping you were going to be able to get some back and forth banter between the two of us, just like day-to-day shenanigans, which there are many people who find that funny. Right, let's just reflow these to make the solder neater. Not absolutely critical, but I'd rather it not look like baby's first solder job. When I've been doing this since like 2000, and when I've been soldering since like 2006 or something now. Yeah, I really kicked it off in my teenage years. What should be the next comment? So that's all the resistors. There's one capacitor. Oh, I can use this as an excuse to show you thing. So C4, it is a 104. One moment where I run across the room and grab a grab a good old programmable Casio. Tell you what, the Casios of the 80s are rad. So that's a 104 capacitor. So what does that actually mean? Because the codes on it have never made any sense to my brain. However, I am good at getting computers to do the formulas for me. So we go into a thing, cap decoder, press EXE. First two digits, 10. Last digit, 4. What do you know? It is 100,000 PF, 100 NF, or 0.1 UF. That's far more useful. I'm going to make one that does it the other way round, back to the capacitor codes. But that's for another evening. I can be motivated. I've also programmed this on the CASIO FX-61F because why not? This can go in next. I should really be sticking with the soldering all the smallest stuff down first. So the instructions are advising me to do the batteries next, but the battery holders next. But I have decided to do the capacitor because I'm a rebel. Do I like to get the passives? To be fair, the whole thing of oh, shit. That was a good save. To be fair, the advice of soldering the stuff lowest to the board first is very sound advice. I don't really have any problems with it. Right. Next things are the battery terminals. Where are those? That's the batteries. They are here. There's not many components on this thing. This is relatively simple. I mean, these days there's not a lot to a calculator compared to, say, the 70s where you needed a full blown chipset. All right, I'm going to look at the instructions of the way round to put this. Because I don't think it's always entirely obvious. Yeah, this uses CR2032 batteries. Quite standard. I like that. 2032s are good batteries to use. If you're not going to use lithium rechargeables, then use CR2032s because There's a lot of stuff that uses that, and they aren't too unavailable these days, and they aren't crazy expensive anymore. Not if you look in places like Amazon and whatnot. Although one thing I've noticed with Amazon these days is stuff ain't so cheap on there anymore, as they've slowly built up their monopoly to wipe out the retail high street. And well, they're succeeding quite well at that goal in the UK. The high street is practically dead at this point. So you can't go down a high street in the country without closed up shops just being everywhere. Now the Tories are out, this country might actually stand a chance at recovering, but well, that's yet to be seen. Hopefully it does, because I live here, so I have vested interest in this country actually recovering. Next thing is chip socket, transistors, the magical P thing, which there isn't anything about. Where do the traces go? One goes to positive. Oh, it's external power. That's what it is. So one goes to the positive of the battery, one goes straight to the negative plane. And the batteries are... they are in parallel by the looks of it. Yes, they do seem to be. Are they in parallel? Let's double check that. Are the batteries in parallel, or are they in series? Is this a 6-volt system or a 3-volt system? It could be either, depending on the micro. Most of these are 5-volt. They are not in parallel. It is done as series. No, it's interesting. So that goes... Yeah. Ah, they're going into the transistors. They are not directly in series or parallel. Interesting. I have to see if I can get a data sheet for the chip, because I've not seen that chip before. So the next thing to solder in would be the chip socket. That's the transistors and display header. I love how the chip socket is in the static dissipative foam, as it's known, not the anti-static foam. Right, where's the notch? Notch goes around this way. Cool. Boom. This is always a bit of a tricky bit. This is where you have to do like Big Clive's spider claw technique to so I have to do Big Clive's spider claw technique to like hold the board and the component in at the same time, which is tricky, but as you get used to it, you can do it. It's tricky, but it's one of those things where it's tricky to learn, but this is a bit of an awkward size for it as well. Just doing it so you guys can see what I'm doing, though, is kind of impossible. We use the desk to our advantage, tin the iron. Ooh. I always prefer to socket my chips because I inevitably pop them. If I solder them directly in it, if I solder them in, it guarantees they will get popped. Hope I'm not holding the bit I'm getting hot. I will know about it if I am, because there will be a yelp of pain that will make him run up from downstairs to see what the hell's happened. Anyway, we're good. This is the exact sort of relaxing thing I like to do after work. Just solder a kit together. I don't have to use too much brain power, but it still allows me to be somewhat productive. And I get a useful tool out of it, a calculator that can do things. Is there a power switch on this calculator? Or is it powered from the on AC? That's why they go straight into the transistors. Because it's doing a standby current thing. Does that mean it's using... A 13, no, it's not using one of those, which are also used in a lot of beam robot circuits for solar engines. God, I haven't built a beam robot in a few years now. I should rectify that because they're fun. Beam robots. Was it biology, mechanics, athletics, and I can't remember it's an acronym for. It's been a while. I mean, it's in my Holy Bible in the bookcase down there, so there's that. Yeah, I'm glad I decided to go with the wide angle setup because, well, yeah. Oh, you did not solder very well. There we go. You were on a ground plane, that's why. You were the negative. I'm going to turn the light down there we go. About that. Then it more matches the light coming down above it, and the lights complement each other. You can tell that's definitely a, not the same rating as that, unfortunately. Okay, that's the brains soldered on. So yeah, this has got an actual standby circuit. Key matrix is pretty much your standard key matrix by the looks of it. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, they are driving that parallel. What's that? Photography group I'm in. Chips. Let's do the transistors next. Which also do the power regulation. Do you bring food? No, you don't bring food. Sad face. One transistor, two transistor, three transistors. Should we solder them in wrong just for funsies? That is the 8550, so that's the middle one. Doesn't have any. Yeah, it doesn't have any particular thing of it. 9013. Yeah, so that one middle, that one there, and that means this one, the 7550A, will go on the end. Yeah, you all want to be using linear regulators on this. I'm wondering if it is putting them in series, but through the transistors. Or generating like 5 volts with them or something. I'm not sure. Like that, I did a little summer. I don't know if you saw that, but did a little somersault. Get that in. So it's not too much. There we go. So that's 7550, 7550-1-1. This must have an internal clock because there's no external clock on it. 8550 is the next one. And then 9013. I mean, there's no need to reverse engineer the board because it's got the thing. Because I've got a schematic. Right, then we just flip it upside down and solder them in. Piece of piss. Piece of golden shower. Golden shower. It's worse than a blue shower. And no one wants a brown shower. Blue's supposed to be water. Brown, use your imagination. I love just random shit I come up with while soldering. I mean, if I didn't have, if these went straight to the that one hit the back wall. Anyway, alright, let's just neaten these up so they don't look like a noob soldered them. Did someone re-plug in that bloody thing? No, they didn't. It just decided to go down in temperature. Because the Heiko has this little plug you put in it where it turns off the iron when you're not using it, when you put it back in the base. Trouble is, it does it straight away. It doesn't have a delay on it or anything, so it's like really annoying. So I've removed the cable for that. Alright, that's the transistors soldered in. They're probably not transistors at all, but they're voltage regulators, but they're transistors for the purpose of this. Alright, next thing to do is the buttons. And then solder in the LCD. The chip can stay there until, there's the buttons. Please give me spares. I could do a few spares of these. I mean, I could nick them and use them in other stuff, but actually I kind of want to use this calculator. It can be a nice workbench calculator. Well, wait, what? 5, 26, 25, 27, 24. Oh no, what's this all about? I'm going to have to be OCD about this now.
We're also running on an R720.
Simon, don't be OCD. You're OCD enough as it is. 5. Oh, good, we found a second 5.
Well, I picked up the
Screw it. Just don't care about the numbers on the bottom of the switches. They don't matter.
250 quid with processors and RAM.
Just put them in any random order. Don't try and OCD it. This is like 27 and 26, and this only has 20 buttons, so can't make it. There we go. It's just yeah, that's it. Maybe we should put them in upside down as well. No, let's not go too far with breaking our OCDs. Let's not mount a 24 like that instead of like that. Now that would be too crazy. No, they must at least be, yeah, let's not break the OCDs too much or I'll lose my mind completely. Yes, I probably sound like the ramblings of a lunatic, because it is the ramblings of a fucking lunatic here.
Yeah, I'm wanting to move things around a bit so they're a bit more efficient.
I'm hungry again. To be fair, the only thing I've eaten today is like 4 hash browns. Which is, that's more of a snack than an actual meal.
The bulk storage from the server stuff, then I can do whatever I want. I can mess around, tinker around.
Do what like Clive Sinclair's company used to get, where I used to get stuff like all the components hot glued in, and then people wonder why it didn't work. 30. I've only got just enough switches, only the resistors they gave extras of. Which can just go in my resistor pots. Alright, there we go.
I'm not sure I'm going to do it.
Oh, oh god. Oh no, they're not going to do this, are they?
The QNAP NAS is one of them.
Got to make it so they don't fall out.
Why?
This is the part where I cut myself open.
You're the QNAP or Synology?
Synology. It sounds like a bogey. Oh god. Oh, any of you remember Dick and Dom in the bungalow? That was ridiculous. Bogies. Oh, parents were not. Mum was not pleased when I decided to play bogies in the supermarket. Start just progressively shouting it louder and louder. I mean, out of all the things I could have been saying at the time, it was probably the least worst. I mean, being autistic, I have quite the history of saying inappropriate things in public places and pissing people off. Makes for funny stories these days, though. Have you? No, you haven't. You're just being annoying. I might need to actually up the temperature of this. One moment, please. The temperature is not high enough.
Either way, I want to move the NVR and
For...
move some things around regardless of how I do it.
Oh.
I need to get...
Shit, did I just set it to 30? No.
What's it complaining about? Yeah, what's it complaining about?
There we go. Wait for the beep. There we go. So we're up to temperature already. That's what I love about it. It's so quick.
Now.
That's better. Sometimes you just need a bit more brute force.
Move the NVR onto its own thing. That way, even if the main home assistant server goes down, or if
Penis flaps.
that I'm doing breaks, at least the CCTV will still work.
Just the gentle hum of the little fan blowing the fumes away from the face.
A million and one ways it can be done.
Now there's the flux that basically makes you choke like you're inhaling someone's cigarette smoke. Like you've taken your toke of your first cigarette. I've never actually taken... never taken a proper toke of a cigarette anyway. When my ex was being like really insistent, I just sucked it into my mouth and blew it back out, and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. I don't know why people like them things, they're horrible. Vapes, you at least get the nice flavours. You just don't put the nicotine in. I am getting hungry. I'm going to need my wonderful darling over there to start doing dinner. Aren't I? I'm getting hungry. I'm going to need you, my wonderful darling, to start doing dinner. Can you smell the neighbours cooking?
That's our cooking.
Oh, nice! You're already doing it. Excellent. Thank you. You're way ahead of me. See, this is the amazing thing. He's well trained. He makes dinner.
Yes, only because somebody didn't put the frozen chicken away.
Did I? Not? Oh.
Remember I handed you that bag with frozen chicken in it?
Oh, shit! I forgot about that.
So I put it on before it gets too defrosted.
Ah, did you put the rest of it away, or?
There was 6 kebabs in there, and they're all in the oven.
Oh, perfect.
With some chips.
See, I've trained him well. Even if it is just to fix my fuck up.
Speaking of which, did you hear the ding?
Yes, I did.
Yes, that means one part's done.
Yay!
Now I've got to wait for the oven.
What was the one part?
That's the air fryer.
Yeah, I know that. What's in the air fryer?
Chips.
Ah. So it's basically chicken chip kebab things.
Chicken kebabs with chips on the plate.
Excellent. That'll do nicely. And then we can use pizza sauce as the dippy sauce for the chips. I mean, don't deny it's not nice. I love how I'm just sitting here hungry, soldering this up, and it's just like you've already... It's just like, oh, it's a big dinner, yes? Oh, what, is the air quality index terrible because I'm smoking? Not smoking, not because I'm soldering.
Yeah, it jumped right up to 100. It jumped back down to 83 just now.
Yeah. Yeah, because the fan just kind of blows round to the,
I've also got the windows open.
shit. Yeah, that usually makes it like really good. Which, considering we live in the middle of town, is not bad. Ow. I just got Flux spit at me. Yeah, apparently 7 minutes till food's ready. Yay! I'll obviously pause the while I'm doing that and come back to it when food is consumed.
A new camera soon. Hope it goes well.
Come on,
Get
blob,
myself a Canon.
blob,
Looking at
blob. Mr. Blobby! I forget what the Mr. Blobby theme was. Mr. Blobby was fucking, it was so bizarre. Alright, so that's that bit done. Yay, and they're all nice and level. Now we can type on it like the hackers in movies, because that's totally how it works. Cool, so now we need the display.
Crack down the screen as long as the screen still functions.
Mm.
I'm putting it in a
Photo booth!
Yeah, I'm also thinking about making a DSLR photo booth for event hires. And if I can get the camera at a good price, I can find a printer at a good price, which I've seen a few sublimation printers that are going quite nicely, where the refills aren't too much, for anywhere from about £60 to £90. Not bad. I've already.
Soda, 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 soda. Oh, that's nice. This one actually has the pin out on it. So resistor goes into, yeah, anode, cathode. Yeah, that's for LED brightness, as I suspected. 330 ohm.
When I bring it to Scotia, though, it won't have a full casing. It'll be more of a TV with a mini PC hooked up to the back of it and a camera hooked up to it with a flash.
We still need to edit like all the stuff for the scutter, because that project's actually complete now. That needs to go up on YouTube as like part 3, part 4, whatever. That's definitely not 30 degrees, but
We're not going to be in the main hotel, so it might make things a little bit more awkward.
Right, next bit. Let's put the other bit on the circuit board.
And they normally have that screen.
The liquid crystal display.
You want to just leave a Canon camera.
You know what I should do? Get one of these, but a VFD version, and put this in here. Because that would be red. Oh yeah, they need bending some more. That's fine.
I ain't gonna be able to get that up to. That's heavy. I ain't gonna be able to get that to Scotland. Yeah.
We also have a new car.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Right?
2019 Kia Ceed. Got a good price on it because it's high mileage. But it's red. I love how I've just worked out things about this circuit by just looking at it.
Yeah, that's for certain.
Alright, that'd be
really get many people that are like that at cons, but you do get people stealing certain items. So I don't know. I'll see how much of a case I've put together by then. If I've got it in a box that's sealed and they'd have to move the whole box, then that's fine.
Probably not good for the circuit board, but it's good for my sanity. Ah, it works. That works. I'm going to power this thing up before I do that. Cool. So the screen will sit like that, basically. It'd be quite cool to put a VFD one in. Have it reminisce of like the value of like the 70s calculators and stuff.
We've got a few TVs.
Right, I think that's all the electronics done, which means we can actually turn it on. The rest is just assembly and doing the buttons and that kind of stuff. Which, let's get the little mini brain box. A little mini brain box. Oh, I think food might be ready. This is a good development. I've trained him well. Oh shit, too bent over. I don't want the pins to be as bent as I am. I just want them to be bent over so they fit in the socket. Yeah, I don't want the pins to be so bent they're fucking like as bent as me. We just want them to be in the socket. Oh, there goes Alexa doing her little ding 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 ding. Right. Doesn't go straight to... Yes, that micro has some sort of sleep state. I don't know how good it is, but it has a sleep state. There's one battery and 2 battery is there. Don't roll over there, where you'll short out and drain yourself. I tried soldering to one of these and it should cause an internal short, and it didn't explode, it just drained itself. Those don't solder to. These, you can't really solder to these that well, unfortunately. Oh, there we goes. Colouring. LED. Oh yeah, it does hex conversion. And I think this is just standard, like, whatever that is, that, 25, 5 times 5, yeah. Cool, everything works. I think that, yeah, cool. Alright, cool. I don't know how you turn it off. Maybe you hold the A on button? Apparently not. Apparently holding it is not how you turn it off. I don't know how you turn it off. That hasn't been worked out yet. This will tell you how. Yep, it does a series loop with the batteries. It runs the whole system at 6 volts. Because it turned off when we powered it off. But yeah, it works. Cool. It does basic computation, you know, adding, timesing, dividing, all that shenanigans. The stuff that you get on any bog standard calculator. It's not programmable like this one though, but it doesn't need to be. Because that's not an app now, I probably can't program it, at least not right now. Alright, next bit is to do the buttons. Which means we lose half the thing, cut the key numbers into small pieces. Cut out the first key numbers, yeah. Yeah. That also means we lose step thing. Use 4 long screws at the bottom, insert keys into casings, holes, yeah. Yada yada yada. Cool. Now the arts and crafts part starts. There's those scissors. This is where we do arts and crafts. Arts and crafts with the EEPROM 9. Today we cut out buttons for a calculator, because why not? Because we're weird and we like doing shit like that. I mean, for God's sakes, I was literally sitting there last night programming calculators just for fun. That's the kind of, like, absolute sad nerd I am. But you know what? I find it fun, so if you think it's nerdy and want to take the piss, I don't care. Because I'm doing something actually useful. Kind of. Backspace mode on AC, clears all display results. The power will automatically turn off after 30 seconds of inactivity, so that answers that one. Also, the manual's not Chinglish, which is good. I might actually put a link to the thing I got this off actually in the description, so others of you can put these together. But it's actually quite a useful function. I also want to do a video on the CASIO that I did. Yep, there's the PEX, ABC, and all that. Yes. This is where having one of these guillotine things would be quite useful. You'd often see them in schools and stuff. So, whoosh, how the teacher just cut stuff up. Well, I don't think these have a particular way they go round, do they? Right, they can come out to play. These can come out to play. It's actually quite a clever kit. It's quite a good kit. It's definitely good if you're a beginner as well. Very easy, not too complicated. You're not soldering like bazillion leg chips. I love how brown is literally printed with black ink. That's actually quite hilarious. Oh no, it's brown, it's just very dark. I think the reason why they've done 2 of these is so you can cut one out and then use the other for reference. Violet, one of the many names for purple, or mauve, or going into French names, probably blah, 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 blah. French is just turkey noises. I'll probably like piss off all but like one of my French viewers taking the piss out of French, but that's what us Brits do. I mean, we got plenty you guys can take the piss out of, like, well, everything. I mean, the ones we really need to be absolutely ridiculing are the Russians right now. Certainly Putin. The Russian citizens are just trying to live their life, and unfortunately under the authoritarian system of Putin, who unfortunately has not been assassinated yet. But certainly could do with that happening. Trouble is, you can't just take Putin out on his own and just leave everyone else's, because there's going to be plenty. You know, it's a classic case of you kill the queen, but there's still the rest of the hornet's nest to deal with. And the rest of the hornet net's still plenty... Oh, I balls that one up. Plenty dangerous. I can unballs that. Yep, it is unballsable. Yay. Right, retrieve you. Pop that back in there. I smell food. It smells delish. I don't actually know the quality of the chicken because we just kind of got it today. Could be like battery crap, I don't know. I don't care as long as it tastes good. That's my main priority. Does it taste nice? Yes, cool. Then I'll enjoy it. There we go. That'll probably forever hold that mark. No, that won't be too obvious. Cool. Lineup mode. Mode between. It's actually giving me ideas for any time I need to do future keyboards. Square root, that's pretty standard on just about any 4-function calculator. I mean, I do collect and restore vintage calculators. Ash does not really understand my obsession with them, but hey, without calculators, you wouldn't have microprocessors. And without microprocessors, you wouldn't have personal computers. It's all very related. This bit will probably take longer than actually soldering the thing. No, I'm not too worried about the order at the moment. It's more a case of just get them in the things so they're ready to go, kind of deal. We've probably only got just enough of these. What is a phone vibrating about? That. Oh, is dinner ready? Excellent, I'll be down. One moment. This is going to be over an hour long. Excellent. I'm back from eating nosh, so nicely provided by my partner. We can now make you go through the excruciating practice of me putting in the paper things of each key one by one. I mean, you can skip for a video for a reason. Or you can sit there and watch and ramble. Put that in a better view. Alright, that's a square root. Does it have the to the power of? Because that's actually quite a useful function to have to the power of. Probably modern calculators these days is they're built to an exam spec rather than built to actually be useful for the professional. This isn't any CASIO FX-61F, but it'll do the job. Oh yeah, that was very filling. Have you eaten the other bowl of chips that I couldn't finish off?
No, I haven't finished my own yet.
You might struggle to polish them off then. I mean, we both have kind of the same stomach capacity. The irony is we'll probably be hungry again later. It's like when you eat a massive McDonald's, it's like an hour later you're hungry again. So, but I ate a massive portion that filled me up. Why am I hungry again? It's almost like they designed it that way. Oh, fuck a nuggets. Where did that go?
Under your seat.
Oh, thank God. I thought it flew off into the pile of oblivion, where I'd never be seen again. I mean, there's many piles of oblivion in this room. But I'll put one of these keys on upside down and just have a duh moment. Alright. I love the fact this actually calculates resistor colours for you. That's brilliant. I just saw that and it's like, yes, that would be useful. So it saves having to do it manually, which You have to dig out the chart and then go through that and all that fun jazz. I mean, I could program it in one of the Casios, but this is actually a more actual, better way of it. Oh, thank God, I thought we had a missing piece then. Need to do the video on my custom program and publish the code, because guarantee there's others of you who hate the capacitor codes out there and don't understand them. So since I can program these days, why not solve that problem? So I did. Be the solution to the problems you have, don't be a problem. I don't always succeed at that, but I try and live by it. Oh nice, you even put in the colour of the rear band, so it'll give you the tolerance as well. That's cool. I'm just really sad these days, getting excited by mundane things. What did Jimmy get for Christmas? He got socks and he was very excited. But you gave him socks last year and the year before. I know, it's great. Saves a fuck ton of money on presents. I think if I give him shoes one year, it'll blow his mind. Alright, now we just need the order the keys go in. It's a square root.
Yeah, BC checks. That's the link to the calculator's building.
Hope we have the make sure we got all the buttons in the right position before we put it in the case. To give me an idea for some of my other projects when it comes to needing buttons like this, which probably won't get implemented till like 10 years time when I actually get around to doing another project that uses these buttons. In all likeliness, that's not impossible. Also, the thing to take into account is usability. Alright, cool. Square root and selection key. Yes, it does have selection key when using it. Root function when calculating current voltage input through this key when it sends the colouring. Select the function for converting decimal hexadecimal. Use this button to switch the sequence. Calculate clear the input of a single incorrect number. And Right, let's pop these back in. We can actually do a bit of a test. So 5 times 5 is 25. 5 take away 5 is 0. 5 divide 5 is 1. And 5 add 5 is 10. Cool. Add 5 there. And we can go mode, colouring, here, grey, 6, error. Okay. Resistor. How do you do the resistor mode? Ah, 4 or 5 ring resistor. I see. So if you got, say, green, white, blue, that's 59 meg. Ah, orange, green, white, 35 kiloohms. Ah. And we've got nice. Then we're back to normal alphanumeric mode. Excellent. So that all works as it should. All the buttons are where they should be. 2.2. Yeah, cool. All right, let's turn that off. Because I need it to be off while I shove that in there. Oh shit. Right, that's what flew at me. Wonder what flew at me. Cool, that's how that goes in. Cool. It's going to have to go in like that for now. Put that somewhere where there isn't a load of conductors sitting on the desk. This is the part where we assemble. Right, can you access them through there? Yes, you can. Oh, okay. Just do this then. This is going to be one of those things where it's a bit of pain in the ass to change the battery on. You've got to take the circuit board out. Hope it doesn't chew through batteries. We're almost done. Right. Yeah. Short screws, these 3 short screws and a screen. Yeah, short screws. should only be 4 long screws. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a nightmare to change the battery on, so I might actually do some cutouts on the side of the case just to make changing the battery a bit easier. Right, what size screws are these? PH1, cool. Alright, this is where we use the chode screws. It's quite a neat design. I think you can buy these fully assembled as well, but where's the fun in that? Oh, I see what I've done. I put screws in the external screw holes. Whoops. And so I've got some spare screws left over. As you get to suffer to watch every bit. It does have that kind of retro design to it. Alright, this is where I use the big screws. Boom. Quite a neat design. Injection molded case. And I got myself a nice little useful electronics calculator. So 8 squared. Oh. Cool, it works. And the last thing to do is peel off the Paratech stuff off the screen. And that is that assembled and the video done. Everything all works as it should, and that will go into use pretty quickly. The thing that sold it to me was just the resistance calculation though, because that's just makes life so much easier than having to manually work it out, which is a bit of a pain. But that is all. Till the next video. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.